and deserves some milestones.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Can
No
you hear me?
who? Jim Jam.
Jim,
Jim.
Zonzi. Let me just grab some links real quick. Okay, so there is one open prop currently. We have that. Here's the updating. Nope, that is not the right link. Sorry, copied the wrong one. Sorry. It's the reducing the wallets essentially. Let's get that new link in here. Okay, there you go. There's a snapshot there. Reducing wallet fragmentation for better DAO operations. Essentially, we're trying to reduce all of these multiple multi-sig wallets down to one. Currently, the Yes Consolidate has 2.1 million for, that's 90% of the quorum, or not quorum of the vote, and 235K against for the no option, 9.99%. This was created on January 14th and it will end on the 28th. So you still have 11 days to vote here. We're only at 32.6% quorum, so you're going to have to pump these numbers up, friends. Get out there and vote. That is the only open snapshot at the moment. There are a bunch of conversations that were active this week. I'm not sure. I know Zonzi's up here for the Arbit part. Crazy Crypto had wanted to speak. He had made a comment in the. Sorry, I'm just pasting all these different things in real quick. Yeah, all the various discussions we'll be hitting. He had put a comment in the DAO call agenda. So I don't know if he wants to come up and speak, but before discussing kinship mechanics, listings, or any other forward-looking agenda items, there is an unresolved issue that must be addressed first. To this day, Pixelcraft has provided no post-mortem on AGIP 155, no public explanation of the communication failure, no blog post, no investor update, no reimbursement proposal, no concrete remedy for excluded long-term holders. Instead, discussion is taking place among fewer than 20 people in DAO channels, while the majority of participants in those threads openly celebrate that they are successfully extracted funds from the Treasury. In that environment, any factual or good faith discussion for excluded holders is effectively impossible. AGIP 155 involved 1,111 ETH for Treasury value, running this process over the Christmas period without broad communication and then moving on it as if nothing happened is not acceptable. This is not a matter of DAO drama or Discord activity levels. It is a material governance failure for which Pixelcraft bears responsibility due to its operational control and omission with real and irreversible financial consequences. Before the DAO discusses the list of subjects that I've brought up here, by the way, the following must happen first: a formal postmortem by Pixelcraft, public acknowledgement of the exclusion of long-term holders, and integrated user-facing disclosure of the allocation logic and results. Not a GitHub repo or DAO call reference, but a clear UX interface that allows every affected wallet to see what it would have received under AGIP 155, a concrete proposal for reimbursement or value equalization, clear ownership of responsibility. Pointing excluded holders to raw scripts and asking them to independently reconstruct their losses is not transparency. It shifts responsibility away from the party that designed, executed, and controlled the process. Ignoring this issue and pushing forward with unrelated agenda items only increases legal exposure and makes resolution harder, not easier. Several affected holders are already consulting legal counsel. Resolving AGIP 155 properly is the only realistic way to prevent further escalation. This is not about reopening debate, it's about correcting a failure. So that was his full statement in the DAO call agenda. I see Crazy Crypto's here, so I don't know if he wants to raise his hand and come up, or if anybody will respond to that. To be honest, Crazy Crypto, good morning or evening.
Hey, thanks. Thursday.
Yeah, do you want to add anything? You're very clear in the post that you're dropping in the DAO call agenda, and it's good to document these things. So, barring any response from Pixelcraft either here or in the text, is there anything else you want to add to that? Trying to see.
Yeah, I was thinking the whole week if I should post something in this called post partial treasury distribution channel, or in any other channel. But I was recognizing that mostly 20 people or 25 people maximum are looking into it, and also this important sub channel. So, and this people mostly got an allocation and also decided with their votes and also with their with their doing about what was going on. And when you look at this, it doesn't make any sense. So I posted this just publicly here to talk about, because we discussed last week, and it's still missing. And my phase and target is just to have a solution. And some minutes ago, also Igor contacted me, so I was in contact with him, and he's having the same opinion. We just need a solution. And obviously, a lot of people just quit this great project and have not participated. But as I said, it's all about the long-term holders. It's all about what was done. And I just tried to draft it and ask publicly. And Koda and Jesse had also the chance the last 40 minutes to just answer or just say, yeah, there will be a postmortem, there will be a blog post, there will be anything. But nothing yet. So, and I really want to prevent, and I was also reading the chat here from Bramin8481, and I can also give you my wallet, and you can see how much gotchis and goes. So let's say nearly 200K voting power on base. So it's not that small amount, but just want to clarify. I mean, we just need a solution. You know, if everyone is putting the energy into the right direction to bring this project forward, I agree. It can be very good, and also from something bad, it can lead to something good. And there was a time when I was respecting Koda, Dan, and Jesse a lot. And now, after recognizing that I was left out, and I even asked if something is going on and I was not informed, it's not about disappointment. It's also, it feels really to be rugged, and because this could be prevented, and on a private level, but also, and this is the most important, on a public level with posting and information. And I just want to know if something will happen next week. That's it, just for my personal view. And I don't want to jump in every week here to discuss the same, because it's very important. And I'm very happy with all the people which got ETH. And a public question: why have you not bought the Ghost token? That the Ghost token is already back to 30 cents, 40 cents. You're all talking about the future, but maybe support this project with converting your ETH back to Ghost, right? So it's a public question after addressing the Pixelcraft point and the statement you read here. I posted in DAO call agendas, but that's the reason why I have not posted anything the last week in this specific channel, because it feels like only you get answers from people which got something and don't understand this point, so it doesn't lead to anything, right? It's not a discussion. It's just you say something and get like 50 people against you. So this is just closing words from me, not to make it so long.
Yeah, no, appreciate your input here. As someone who didn't get anything, I definitely mirror your sentiments in certain ways. And yeah, I appreciate though that you're saying here that you're not going to continue to kind of come on the calls for this. I think it's important that you keep fighting for this, but it's also important to realize when you're going up against a biased group how like it's like a waste of time to try to negotiate with people who might have moved with ill content. So I appreciate your efforts here. Definitely keep me posted, because I'm interested to see how these things play out. I guess we can move to the next subject, barring a response from Pixelcraft. All right, well, we got Zanzi up here, and I'm guessing that you're up here for the list Ghost on Arbit.
Yeah. So I'll just kind of comment quick on what Crazy Crypto was commenting on, because like I also thought the PDT was a bad idea. Like I didn't agree with it, and I think that's like one of the big reasons why we didn't hear a lot about it, is because a lot of us didn't want it to happen. We voted against it or abstained and tried to talk people out of doing it, or doing it in like a smaller amount. Like to me, it was like it was crazy to distribute that much ETH all at once. Like it should have been like phased out over like several months or something, and been like claim periods. But it is what it is. What's done is done, and we just got to move forward, I suppose, because it's just, that's the way DAOs work. Like a bunch of people with voting power voted for what they wanted, and they got it. So I mean, the DAO is just gonna vote for what it wants, I guess. Anyways, so now that brings me to my next thing.
We can move forward, but just to go over this point and not to have a statement, it doesn't lead to anything. Because to bring something positive, as Nestor pointed out, make something bad energy into good energy, or just understand the disappointment, there must be like an answer and also a public statement. And even if you can see here, I participated from day one, and some people here in this stage call are saying, and this is very bullshit, that I have nothing to do with Aavegotchi. I don't have stuff and gotchis and realm. I bought everything, and Koda and Jesse know me. I did everything. I participated really in every single step, and this is. I could not understand that Pixelcraft was not communicating, and even if and I said this, that you all doesn't support this proposal, and you wanted to have Steak and Chill. Then Koda then was submitting on the 29th of December, like another proposal for the market making. So 1.5 days before this very important game-changing proposal was ending. And then he was knowing, okay, it will infect a lot of investors, people which put a lot of money, energy, love, passion since the beginning into it, and will lose money if they don't vote or will not be eligible. So there was still enough time to do something, even before the end of the year, because some people, and especially we in Germany, we are looking into, of course, taxation. You have to do a lot of stuff in the last days. Of course, I would get to know it, because you sit on the laptop and you got to know about this. If you read on X, if you get an email, if you see like a blog post,
Can I
and this was not happening.
interject? Like, I agree with a lot of the stuff that you're saying. But I've been here pretty active. Well, I've been here since like Haunt 1, right before Haunt 2 started, but like mostly more active for like the past year and a bit. And like I view this as like a platform to code on top of. Like it's like I could never replicate like what Pixelcraft has done with Aavegotchi. So it's like this to me is like the gold standard of NFT gaming. So it's just like, to me, it's like, the way like people build on top of blockchains. I want to build on top of Aavegotchi and build things with my gotchis that like maybe if I have kids one day, my kids will be like, yo, my dad built this game. This is awesome. Shit like that. Right. So I don't really I don't know. I kind of want to change the subject and talk about the Arbit listing.
Well, real quickly, I'm going to jump in here.
I'll make a quick point that I wanted to make.
Hold off for a second. Zanti, hold. Because I want to respond to Face has a comment here. There are a lot of comments coming through, but it feels like a lot of people are getting lumped in and attacked for just voting. Is his beef with the DAO and the voters, or PC? The complaint feels convoluted. I think it's both, because the DAO, it felt like a shady thing, and then there was no communication. I keep seeing people argue that there shouldn't have been communication. There have been other core props that have been communicated out to people. I think that that's important to recognize here, and that was a failure. Like, this is a two-part failure. It's not just one side or the other. So, I don't think it's convoluted, to be honest. If y'all want to do the distribution, I was like, do it. I just don't want to be on the documents. I don't care. I'm not voting. I'm not going to participate in this. But my assumption was it was communicated out to the outside world. When everybody came into the Discord and I went to the Aavegotchi X page and there was no communication, that struck me, because I was like, why? If you're going to do the distribution, at least formally ping everybody. We've talked about this plenty of times about how if you're going to do anything like this, any changes, we need to let everybody know 6 months in advance. That didn't happen. So I think it's a major failure. Trying to skirt it around the DAO being a separate organization is crazy, because we're in a Discord where we get handheld. Our fucking corporate fees were paid by Pixelcraft because we can't get our shit together and we have to reimburse them, or fucking our whole thing is still like not a decentralized situation. I just want to throw that out. We can go to list and Arbit and all that, but let's not lie to ourselves here.
I'll do last 2 cents. I just feel like there's been like a faction of people who really care about the protocol and really want it to see, and then there's been like other groups of people who are more concerned about how they can extract as much money out of the treasury as they can and then move on to other things. And like my concern is that that's what happened, is that with the treasury distribution, a lot of that distro is just going to leave our ecosystem and never come back, because like I mean, I don't know, I want to get back to the point where we have like over 100 people in the crowd every hangout, and people both posting on X. A lot of the time it feels like
what just happened,
like I make gotchi posts and it's like where's the
that's
community?
not going to happen after this move.
Me.
That's crazy to think. Like, this was like we crushed goodwill with this action. I don't think you understand that.
No, I don't speak legalese. Like I'm literally just a vibe coder at this point.
This isn't legalese. Goodwill means like the people's perception of this project and the the positive emotions they might feel towards it. There's going to be goodwill that's crushed, and it anyway. Let's go on to Arbit. Let's go on to Arbit.
Yeah, Arbit.
And
So basically, I was thinking.
Sonsi, last point from me because futuristic said. So
Okay.
because an answer, just an answer. Will there happening something next week from Pixelcraft? So there will there be any post-mortem blog post, anything
I don't
using
work
the
for
channels? Because
Pixelcraft. I don't
just
work
because
for
we're
Pixelcraft.
yeah,
I'm
but both
literally just a member of
yeah
the community like everybody else. Like I'm not even
no,
on the
but
DAO Treasury or any
yeah.
committee. Like I'm literally just a member of the community that bought in DCA
Yeah,
for like a
but
year.
I asked already 40 minutes ago the whole time at the beginning of this call, then in the middle of this call when Dan and Jesse were giving updates, and this were the clear question. And you are very let's say you want to come to the next points. You want to talk about your targets, but as Futuristic said, we're not talking completely about a decentralized organization. We're talking about how it began and which parties also grow this project, and the money came from the community, from investors like me, and we just want to have these issues addressed, because just going forward or leave this project
Yeah.
or sell your own
Well,
assets is not a solution. No, you have to understand it. If you say about a cat voter, it's not a
I
solution.
mean, I'm not
It's
the
just a discussion.
person that can address it. Like I'm just like a member of the community like everyone else. Like I don't understand why it happened. I was opposed to it, and like
I mean, you
I
did grave
think it
dance. You were happy the day it happened. You were on my space bragging about
yeah.
it. Yeah. So just
Yeah,
wanna
oh
remind
hell
you
yeah,
that.
because it's life-changing money to me. You know, I get to go pay off my lines of credit, buy
Yeah,
myself
but just
things I
understand
need.
where it came
So
from.
it's like I'm like dude, I work for my bags and like try to run it up in crypto. Like I don't.
Yeah,
Of
but
course I'm
Sonsi,
happy.
you work
Of
for your
course I'm
banks.
happy. Of course I'm
Yeah,
happy. I got paid. I feel bad. Like I don't know what to say.
I don't know. It's not so happy, Sonsi. You work for your bags. You don't work for the project and all of this at all. And you just confirm this. And this is especially also what Nestor said. A lot of greedy people don't want to have this communicated because they get more. And if you want to have hundreds of people participating, you need a brand and you need trust and
Okay.
transparency. And people like you are leading the other way. Just for your own bags, and this is not a project about. This is not a long-term success. No, you said it. It's just what you said. It's just it's just what you said minutes ago. And I mean, to discuss with someone like you doesn't make any sense at all, because you don't understand the opinion of others and how it was. So what we're talking about.
I could try to put myself in your shoes and all the people that have been AFK for like a year, but it's like I've been here showing up like every day, and it's been lonely. So it's nice to, I don't know. I don't really care to talk about this. Like, should we move on to Arbit?
It doesn't make sense for you to talk about it because what you just said fucked you up. Let's go talk about Arbit, your next thing that you're pushing. What's happening with this?
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah,
good to know, Sonsi.
Well, I don't even know what you're trying to ask me. You're just screaming at me, and it's like, how do I listen?
No,
man,
you're laughing. You're laughing about people which lost money, and you are one of the parties which bring things forward, which are negative, and nobody which lost money here should be laughed about. So
okay, I have just been building for months, and then I almost died like a couple of months ago, and I was in the hospital for a month, and now I'm kind of just figuring out like what's going on with my life. I'm sorry that happened to you, but like I was literally in the hospital when this whole proposition went through, so it's like not of really concern to me. I barely followed along. Like I was trying to like talk people out of it, and people attacked me for saying like, they're like, if you can't stay, I said if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen, and then someone said that to me, and they're like, I'm like, yep, I better follow my own advice, and just because it's just too much. It's too emotional for me to like deal with like all the back and forth of the discussion around this prop. So yeah, I don't like how it went down. I don't like the results, but at the end of the day, like I'm not a super wealthy person, and it helped me pay off some debts in real life. Like I off-ramped most of it, so I'm
okay. How much goes you have bought? How much goes you have bought from?
Okay, we don't need to count my pockets, man. You probably have more money than me. It's okay.
No, yeah, you talked the whole time about money. So answer this question: how much goes you have bought from the ATR you got from the community?
I have around the same voting power as you.
Mm-hmm. Now, after getting the ATR, or what?
Yeah, so I think out of the just for the sake of transparency, I think I got around like 4.5 ETH, and then I put maybe half of it back into Aavegotchi assets. So that's the thing. Like every time I get a big distro, I've tend to put most of it back into the ecosystem. Like there was the Alchemica spending contest back in February, you might remember, and I basically put everything I got from that back into Aavegotchi. So I've been like just growing my bag by participating in the DAO discussions and staying active on the Discord, seeing what's going on. And yeah, and realistically though, yeah, we're getting I don't know. I was working on Gamble a lot, and I feel like that should probably be my primary focus right now. So yesterday earlier this week,
Zanzi. Let's
Yeah.
focus the
I'm
conversation.
off topic. Yeah, what are we talking about? Arbit
Give
now?
me a second. Yeah, let's reset
Let's
here.
do Arbit.
Let's
Yeah,
reset.
I need to take a break. That was like a lot to think
All right.
about.
So we can continue the conversation in the threads, in the various posts there. We'll move on to Arbit. This is the list ghost on Arbit. The link is up
Yeah,
above. I
perfect.
dropped it before. Do you want to go through like what you're kind of outlining here? Because it seems like you're about to move towards Signal proposal, right?
Yeah, well, I was
There was like
basically
discussions
Arbit
of it.
reached out to me, and they like were talking to me about their ambassador program and stuff. So I signed up for that, and then I was like, hey, what? I noticed they didn't have futures for Ghost, and they don't have base tokens on their decks. So they're like a hybrid between Sex and Dex, I guess. They have like, you know, the classic centralized exchange offerings like spot, futures, perps, whatever, and then they have like the decks where you can trade like all the meme coins and stuff. So I was like, oh, this would be a cool opportunity just to get Ghost more exposure as like a futures listing or a dex listing or whatever they can provide. They said the listing fee would be like low, pretty affordable. I was hoping their listing manager would join the call, but it looks like they're not online right now. But yeah, basically the reason why I think Arbit is a good opportunity for Ghost is because like a lot of degens use it. Like I feel like they've like built like this really good affiliate program targeting top KOLs in the Solana ecosystem. So it's a pretty popular exchange, and I feel like just getting them to do like a cross promotion, like if we got listed on there and we could get like a bit of a cross promotion campaign afterwards, like it would bring a lot of attention to Ghost and maybe a positive price impact. I feel like personally, my opinion is price is the best marketing. Like when crypto degens see a coin pumping when nothing else is pumping, that like it draws everyone's attention, right? So yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking like, how do we move forward after distribution and keep the Aavegotchi alive? Like, how do we keep this project alive and thriving and run it back up to like new all-time highs? Because like I know I'm like delusionally bullish, but I really want to see this project win. I like it a lot. I've been here for a long time, so.
Yeah, so some of the concerns were like, you know, low trust ratings, the risk of shorting pressure, since, you know, we think that Ghost is being shorted on Binance, unclear impact without strong catalysts. Like, can you speak to any of those things, like countering? Because like the positive is that this will add new traders and open and like will make it easier to access in certain regions.
To me, a bunch of people shorting is like a call to short squeeze them.
I know, but that's not a good like you know, that's we need, I think, more analytical information versus hopium.
Yeah, so in regards to it being a low ranked exchange, I think there was like a previous exchange called Arbit that went out of business, and then this is just a brand new exchange that decided to adopt the name Arbit. So it's like a completely different entity, since the Arbit name was like free from the other one no longer existing, I guess. I don't know. We don't have to vote yes on it. I just thought it might be a cool opportunity to like attract more degen users and get a lot more virality on Ghost from like a ecosystem we're not normally active in. Like I don't think any, like most Solana degens aren't aware of Aavegotchi, right? So this would be a really good way to like quickly expose, or sorry, I don't know if that's right. It would quickly way to market Ghost to like tons of people, like a brand new market segment of people, like a brand new market audience. I don't know. That's the main appeal to me. Like, yeah, it's nice to have like a phone I can trade Ghost long and short on, but because I like trading on my phone for futures, like just being able to sit in a bar and open a trade, like that's nice UX. But let's make Arbit buy in the open market ghost and then list it.
Yeah, so can we get like, do you have any like, because there are open questions, right? Like what the exact fee would
Yeah.
be, liquidity, the market maker requirements, and just those things in general. Do you have any like data that you can provide us, or was that like kind of contingent on the person coming?
We have a group chat with Arbit with like a couple people that are on the DAO multi-sig and the Pixelcraft. So it's kind of like an open discussion right now if there's even a possibility for a collab and if it's worthwhile to pursue. But I mean, on the price point, it definitely sounded very affordable compared to what other places would be. Like I don't think anyone would. I think people would look at. It was like low 5 figures, but it depends what we want, I guess.
All right, yeah, friends, if you are in favor of this, I'll drop the link here. You can jump into the discussion that's ongoing. If you have any points of view, and then Zanzi can go through his process if he wishes to list to bring this to a snapshot proposal.
Yeah, I'll have to get approved or something on Snapshot to be able to post it as a proposal, but maybe I don't know, Goobs and I could figure that out later and format it properly. It would be my first time pushing a proposal, so.
Okay, yeah. There are several other topics, but no other speakers for today. So I don't know if you can jump into the comments maybe. I know Nestor did want 2 minutes, I believe, at the end of the meeting. If he's available now, he can pop up here and speak to talk some technical stuff. But we can also, if there's a preference of any of the specific subjects we should go through, there was an update in the kinship mechanics conversation, life after distribution, post partial treasury distribution thread, which is kind of like similar. We talked about Arbit, reducing wallet fragmentation. It seems overwhelmingly supported, but we just need, I guess, more quorum to be met to reach that. And then the market maker proposal, which has closed out already, and now I think the multisig is about to act upon that. So let's see, bro, you gotta edit out the ChatGPT slap out of that proposal draft. It has part of your combo at the end. Oh man, that's not great. Yeah. Nestor, are you available to, this is the first discussion of this and gauge of appetite. Are you able to come up or? Yes. Okay, cool. Just raise your hand and they'll get you up. Oh, here we go. See if I can get him up. He's up.
Hello, No Future. Hello, Codadan and Crazy Crypto and Downzy. Hi.
Hello.
How do you do?
Doing
Do you
well.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Perfectly, and not too loud, not too little
No, just right. Just right.
voice. Just right. Perfect. All right. Good. What do we want to discuss next?
You had mentioned in the call agenda, let me go back to that channel real quick. Something requesting 2 minutes at the end of today's DAO call for short technical idea. Unless anyone wants to speak about some of the other subjects first, but I haven't seen any interest.
That's my question. Yeah. However, but because I was last, it just popped up. It is maybe tiny thing. I already wanted to do it, but I just thought, well, I wait these few hours and talk about it with you all together. Charge the interest, and well, it's a minor thing. If I think everything else is more important.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could do just a brief summary of some of the stuff. We do have an updating kinship mechanic. I'll drop the link here. Discussion going on. We've had this kind of conversation many times over the past. This one's a little bit newer. Talking about current kinship being basically mindless petting. That's only really paying validators. We're not really doing much, and it will have little utility after rarity farming. We need to update. Most of us agree on that, but we have to figure out how we're going to it'll either kill it or preserve it, make it an off-chain thing, is off-chain petting, and then a potential model to bring revenue to the DAO.
No future.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I talk about it right now because it has also to do with this topic.
Okay. Yeah.
It regards it's exactly that what we now read in the thread regarding Claude, what Coda then mentioned, that Claude is, or some AI is very useful for coding. I did, after a long time, another try this week with coding. I used Grok, and I just wanted to communicate to, I guess it was Alvi in this thread, updating Kinship mechanic, what I would think. Yeah, and I tried to use my metaphors, and that was I didn't really succeed with that. I tried to write some code, and I think as I read the code, well, I can read code, but I don't can write code. It's something I just don't have the patience for, or I always worried about missing bracket or something. So it helped me quite well to understand what I want, and I'm pretty sure the code is not usable. But as a form of expression and understanding what I want, it helped me very much. And just got that feedback that was before for a few hours, so it's not that long ago. And I thought, well, we should maybe try somehow to implement more and more on a systematic basis AI in our processes, of course, with caution and with measured steps, and what do we expect to do it and so on. But we should play around. We are a gaming protocol. We want to enable gamers to play, and this is something that is used everywhere. Not to use it would be to call, let's say, a sin, a big failure. So I, in due my own, research, I came across the different uh, uh, offers by Claude. I just info dump what I mean. Oh, okay. The additions, I put them away. Sorry about that. Remove embed, and there is an offer by Claude Foundation, not Claude, but the company for foundations, explicitly for non-profits, and they offer their service. I don't know if it is the pro service, the ultimate one, or the one level lower, or foundations, to, I guess they want to promote their name, of course, and they want to propel causes, good causes. Our cause is the propelling of modern technologies. I think we have a good non-profit cause. I think we should just ideologically understand us as someone who is a proponent and at the vanguard, at the front line of developing these technologies. And in this sense, we could enter very easily. I already had almost everything uploaded and just clicked, and something different came along. And the cut it short, it costs $8 per month. They want for teams for up to 20 people, and minimum five accounts. So we would get 5 Claude access accounts. Um, I just have to dig into the details. Or $40. Yeah, that would be the minimum expense from our side. $40 a month for 5 times Claude. What I am also intending is they have a trainer program for Claude. I'm an ISO certified international trainer, so I will do that. That's my intention, and maybe we can work some work group out. I don't know if we have to do a prop for that. That is something I just want to present as an idea, gauge the interest, and then, well, I will do it anyway. If there is not a very decisive argument against it, I will. We are not listed among the thousands of beneficial nonprofit organizations they exist out there globally. But there is a verification process. I will upload the specific documents, my personal ones. I have to dox myself, of course, and the foundation's documents. And then I will come back to you during the week with an update. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you. Do you plan on starting a thread with this information, like a forum post? Because not everybody's gonna
Yeah.
listen to the
You
replay, so it
mean
might be good to do that.
absolutely. An own thread? What would you suggest?
Uh,
Maybe yes. I start.
Yeah, like it could be a post in
Dedicated
the
threads for
maybe
that.
DAO discussion post, just so that we have it in text and everybody can then go back and reference it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because also the info dump I made up there that get lost. This is always better that that is somewhere centrally. I will. Oh, second point. May I? Still I.
Yeah, go for it.
It's also only a sentence. I just I just I got from China with co-worked with China for transferring the DAO foundation, Aavegotchi DAO.foundation domain to me, just setting it up. I'm intending in the future to put these things also on this homepage with all the information we want to disseminate, as broadly as possible. Also that I will just call me or write me and I will put it on this homepage. This is also a contribution to the other problem we discussed last week, and that is to communicate efficiently. That's me. That's all.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
That come through? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Is there anything else that we should discuss here in this one? We talked about the updated kinship post partial treasury distribution has kind of been discussed. Arbit has been discussed. In terms of, I guess, the market maker proposal, that's just the multi-sig signers signing off, right? The transactions.
Question my direction? Sorry, I was.
Yeah, generally, like we're
you know, repeat it?
I guess that's just to the DAO, like as an update. Like that should go through once the signers sign.
Yes. I think that's ongoing. It's the market maker proposal, right?
Yeah.
So the implementation of that is everything. Every communication I made, the communications with Skynet. We agreed upon formally with a contract, DocuSign, about the initiation of our business relations, and we are just in the process. The last thing before the call was some communication with Maxi about the implementation of that, and I think I didn't look into the signers chat. I think it is already on the way. I guess so.
Okay, good. Yeah, good to know.
Or was there some specific? I missed the last sentence. Sorry.
No. It's just it was one of the only other basically on my list of subjects. It's all the active discussion. So anything that's had any discussion within. Oh, you know what? We didn't discuss DAO call. What's it called? The posting for facilitators. It was in the DAO discussion channel. Let me just scroll back to that. There's a from foreign.
Yes, there also was something. What do you think about that?
Let me just read this statement from foreign first.
You mean that DAO call agendas?
Yes. Yes. Foreign had posted, I personally would prefer to keep the DAO agendas channel as is, but I think the facilitators have the ability to post DAO announcements makes complete sense. We could ping everyone when new agendas are posted and also when new props go live and are about to close. The DAO having a visible channel that we can utilize here in the Discord would avoid a repeat of our past lack of announcements. So yeah, generally speaking, I guess, that I'm not sure of the status of that, or that's pretty much the whole discussion, other than people saying that, generally agree.
Me too. I would say that's another channel for communications. So, but I didn't quite get I don't find now the text by foreign. Where is it? In the DAO call agendas thread?
No, it's in the DAO discussion. It's only like 5 or 6
the
posts
DAO
back.
discussion
Yes.
itself.
Yeah, DAO discussion channel.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah, let me see if I have that link.
I see. as is, so no changes. Well, it would, what I understood, just saw it from my perspective, that I would be somehow added and be added and be able to also post, and that would be okay with me.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense as the director to be able to do updates for the on behalf of the DAO to the DAO.
Yes,
Yeah.
I won't spam it, only really something that is of important matters. But also, if it's desired, yeah, we could agree on that any Egypt maybe would be posted there, or proposal or SIG prop, if it isn't already.
Yeah, I think we do have a DAO announcements channel.
Just looking.
Yeah, there is a DAO channel for announcements, so maybe the ability to post there.
Makes sense. Okay, there's some.
Yeah, there's a little conversation in the chat about swapping. Let me see.
Have to catch up. Yeah. Yes, and regarding because I also was a part to the topic before about the engagement with Ouroboros. No, Oros. How are they called? I scanned the terms of agreement. I don't think that there would be a problem, but I will talk to that topic specifically with someone from Skynet. I have their building up a communication channel with them and ask them explicitly about that. What they not, I don't see anything legally, but absolutely, as you mentioned, it would be very interesting to gauge, to assess what could the impact be. Yeah, difficult to say in advance, but it's not at all too big volume. And as I saw, I don't think it would somehow interact. I mean, the thing in with the one engagement and the other. Other than positive, more volume, more traders.
Yeah. All right. If there's nothing else to discuss, I guess we could shut down the show today. Another good conversation within the DAO. Friends, there is an open proposal, the reducing wallet fragmentation. That is open for another 11 days and was previously at like 32.1% quorum met. It's overwhelmingly passing in terms of yes, but we need more quorum. If please take a moment, go and vote for that reduction of fragmentation of wallets. We'll be back next week for another hangout and dower. So everybody have a great day. It was great talking to you, and take it easy.
Take it easy.